Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we are returning to episode number 13 of our Let's Play series of Ultimate General American Revolution, a game that is currently in early access on Steam, being developed by Game Labs. This is episode 13, so you're probably familiar with the series by now, I'm assuming. If you're still sticking with us, I do appreciate that. But basically, in our last episode, we fought a battle in sort of the center of the map, defeated a British army, and wiped out Thomas Gage, the commander of the British forces that had previously been at Boston. First time I'd ever seen a general officer actually die on the field, so that was interesting, excluding my own character anyway. And so I think that removes him as a potential commander of a British field army, so that's a good result for us, because those types of characters are important. We are returning to the series as we begin to prepare for an invasion of Canada. We're trying to finish off taking or liberating the remaining positions in New York, and we're having a fair bit of success in that effort so far. With that being said, as always, this is taken from a live stream on my Twitch channel, so if you're interested in following the series more directly, you can go over there. It has all the VODs and everything like that as well, if you are interested in seeing the full streams in their entirety. But yeah, that's where we find ourselves here in today's episode. I'm just going to go ahead and step aside as we pick things up where we left off, and let's just jump in. Was AP... Oh my goodness. I know Chicago because I majored in history. I'm trying to think of the other styles. I feel like my wife uses is it AP? AL something? I don't know. She works in comms. APA, that sounds right. No, she works in corporate communications and has a nonfiction writing background. All right, so let's see. Refill iron. Do I want to spend 6 prestige? What the hell? We got 104 prestige now, so let's do that. Give me the iron so I can make more muskets. Working on Army Innovation 2, which is 40 days away, which will give me 1 general additional, which I think is important. Like, getting an artillery department would be nice, but I think right now, honestly, the more important, more urgent thing is getting a 2nd field army so that when New York happens, we can respond to threats. Tensions between the Creek and Spain rise by 9. USA and France rise by 5. I'd like to be allied to France. We have good relations with them. It's literally 5. Britain and the Iroquois decline. Miami's increase. Okay. All right, so project tree. What do we want our chief engineer to do? He can't. The only person who can unlock new departments is me. It's kind of lame. Officer recruitment. I don't have. I need more officers, but I also am maxed out with my army size, so probably don't need officers quite yet. I am running out of officers, but copper maybe, or what's just the next chief engineer thing to do? We could do 83 days to get the Virginia musket, which would be nice. Or we could go back to qualified engineers, which increases research speed and gives us fur trading posts, rum distillery, and tobacco shop. I guess we do that. We're already part of the way done with it. Or we could do copper. Let's hold off on that. What's the production screen look like? So we got enough iron now for a couple of days of production. That'll be nice. Actually, we've already got 200 in stockpile, so we get like 3 days worth of... Where are we at resource-wise, iron-wise? 3 left, so we got like 2 days worth of production. We are producing some locally, but not enough. So it'll be like another 140 U.S. muskets. That'll be nice. We have quite a bit of wood in storage, though, so that's good. I have 35 6-pound naval guns. I could equip a few ships. All right. Before we get moving over there, I need to do some housekeeping. Why am I playing as the bad guys? Shush. All right. I need to do some infrastructure stuff. Where are we at? 2 days away from more infrastructure at Falmouth. That'll be nice. What does this do again? Adds 1 production point. Okay. 25 days from getting more mining in Kingston. I got enough cash to invest. Mines. I need the iron, but I'd like, that's only going to get me iron. Iron and lumber, right? That's what would be ideal. So I guess here? Or here? That's coal. This is iron and lumber. We got plenty of lumber, I guess. Iron is what we need. Saltpeter for gunpowder over here. I worry about New York, though, because we know they're going to attack there. So let's do something more interior. We'll do it there. And then we'll do logistics. I'm just curious to see if logistics expands what you can do here. So let's do logistics in this corner of Connecticut. It'll take a while for all that to be done. Spent a lot of our materials. Spent all of our gold. Maybe we should sell. Do we have anything else? Any other goods we don't need? We've got 1 fur we can sell. We have 800 provisions. I know we're using a lot of ammo. We're not producing any right now, but ammo's valuable too. So we will sell ammo for 2,000 more gold. And then recruiting house. Recruits are not my immediate concern. It's like other stuff. Horse production could matter eventually if we start building dragoons. Textiles, meh. Where can I do? Furs are pretty valuable. What can Boston do? Loyalty matters too, but it looks like loyalty is generally trending in the right direction for a lot of these places. New York could probably use some more loyalty. I don't know. They're not as loyal out west there in New York, those particular cities. But I don't know. I wish I knew more about the economy and like what it makes sense to do, you know? Because I don't know. I don't know really. All right, we got 1.7 production points there. Leicester, for some reason, has a lot of production points. Providence, Newport. Hartford has 4. Like, Hartford is like the beating heart of this damn economy. Oh, so casualties for units based out of wherever they are influence. That's interesting. Okay. So let's do... I guess building a warehouse or an armory would be smart if you're going to winter there. Expand the recruitment house. I'll have enough resources to increase his loyalty, outcome, and officer capacity. What I need is I need to increase my overall army size, which I think is more of an infrastructure thing. We do have a schoolhouse, which increases your specialist production. Let's just hold off, I guess. We're already building the 2 other infrastructure things. You can sell horses, but they produce horses really slow, and eventually I'm going to want cavalry. So let's do this, actually. Let's see what we can do. Can we improve relations with France? I don't know, but let's see. I don't know what a committee's going to do. Oh my God, that's a lot of gold. The Congressional Committee on the International Policy is met and is ready to hear your proposals. You must understand that your decisions to change the international relations may have unpredictable consequences. I would like to ask you to improve relations with France. Can I want an alliance with France. I don't... Negative 4,000 gold. Well, I don't have the money to do that. Apparently it's cheap to piss them off. It's expensive to make them like you. I'm not going to spend the money there, I guess. If you go below 0, do you get an alliance? Like, how do you sign an alliance? Can you sign an alliance? Do you just have to get mercenaries? I don't really know how that works. All right. So let's wait till October 2nd, and then we will move on Fort Lovell. And then I think after we take Lovell, we will move on Hubbardton. We also have to be careful with Lyman in here, the interior. We might want to push toward Lyman, but we'll move toward Lovell, take Lovell, Garrison, and then move toward Hubbardton. This is my slow, methodical advance into France. Not France, oh my God. I got France on the brain into Canada. My quartermaster sucks. That's probably... Oh, that's why. That's how we ended up overstacked. Because my quartermaster died. So Bartholomew Mellick is not my quartermaster of choice. He became my quartermaster because the previous one was assassinated by the British. Yep. Burlington doesn't look like it connects to Canada. Burlington does not, but the intent of advancing toward Burlington is to secure the flank for the drive from Frederick to Fort John. I don't want someone from Burlington moving south and then like down the river and then threatening Saratoga, because I had that happen last time I played. Or if I move to St. John and then Montreal, cutting me off through St. John. So I need to secure Burlington to then support the drive through Frederick and St. John. That's my logic anyway. All right, so we're still producing more of those U.S. muskets. That's good. These guys all have muskets, right? All have the good ones anyway. This army is very well equipped. 290. All right, so this company now has mostly United States. Okay. I think we're ready to move, boys. Let's get back on the march. Almost everybody has quality weapons, which makes me happy. All right, Lovell, here we come. I'm pushing on Lovell now, One Beast. Okay. Militiamen. All right. Does Stevens have? All right. Let's get going, boys. On to level to wipe out another garrison. We're going to methodically destroy the British because they're being passive right now. Oh boy, put your step back. All right. Do we want to fight this one? Sure, why not? I don't trust the AI not to get my boys slaughtered, so. As much as it's like, whack-a-mole, keep fighting, whack-a-mole. I just don't trust him. All right, so what's this? This is just one random regiment outside the fort? All right, their artillery is outside the fort again because it is. Let us consolidate our own guns. I will also eventually probably have to start spending more money to keep desertion low. I haven't really seen desertion be an issue, and I'm wondering if it's because my reputation is so stinking high. But my wages are basically bare bottoms, like exactly what you start at. So I think I will need to increase my bounties and my wages soon. Especially as we start taking areas with lower loyalties. We do have a supply wagon back here with a little bit of ammo, but I don't know that that'll be necessary. I'm not going to spend 30 minutes getting my troops into position like last time where we got everybody into perfect position. I think we'll just hit them with artillery until they decide to start running. And then maybe charge. Montreal and Quebec definitely have huge paydays. Okay. There are the enemy guns. All right. Get them, artillery. I love to just see 20 guns all fire at once. Not even the most efficient use of artillery, but counter battery can be a bit of a waste. Yep, one of their guns just collapsed. We dismounted one of them. Owie. Once their artillery is destroyed, we'll move our infantry in. Apparently our infantry is already shooting at some of theirs. Alright, their artillery's routing. That enemy. Skirmisher's gonna rout, I think. There they go. Some of these troops have pretty good cover. Okay. We probably won't have quite as lopsided a KD ratio in this fight. I'm not fighting the most efficient way possible. In fact, one of my regiments got pushed back. Yeah, I'm probably lose. I won't lose 1-to-1, but it won't be dramatic in our favor. Unless they let us destroy them all in the retreat phase. Well, we got a couple of companies to surrender to us. So the casualties will probably still be pretty lopsided. Plus, I'm guessing once we go back on the strategic map, the enemy their whole force may surrender. Wow, we only lost 100 men. I thought we'd lose a couple hundred. Okay, so 100 casualties out of 3,900, not bad at all. 360 enemy casualties, 184 prisoners. So that is 540 out of 680. Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty good day at the office. A little bit of a mopping up feel for some of these campaigns. We haven't seen a large enemy field army in a little while, but you know, a lot of little victories makes a big one. Oh, shoot. I don't even know what I just clicked on. Sometimes you gotta be... Alright, so the enemy surrendered. I wish I knew what I just agreed to. Whatever it was. Alright, let's push on to Hubbardton right away. We're not going to wait. What I'm confused is why you're not taking the actual fort. Okay. Should get a few hundred, maybe not a few hundred, but we should get some more brown besses in our stockpile. Yep, 160 some out of them. All right. Is Hubbardton really unoccupied? We'll just go take it, boys. That's easy enough. Keep pushing. With level in our hands, probably want to take Lyman too, and then move on Burlington, just so we don't have to garrison both. Why don't you go check on what's up there while these guys take Hubbardton? Oh, wow, okay, so there's another town here. There's a native tribe here. The Onagwa. We have 46% tensions with them. Right, 300 men there. We can take that. Send the militia north. You guys can go deal with that. Supply wagon, go to Hubbardton. We'll move on Burlington once the militia cleans up the enemy garrison at Lyman through these mountains. What's going on? Who's fighting? I wish I told you. Oh, sorry, Cast Iron. The British have actually made a move. They're attacking the Massachusetts Bay city of Cast Iron. We've got a very small garrison up there. No real feasible way to reinforce it. It's possible those 1,300 reinforcements to Canada are being used offensively, and we may see them move down toward Falmouth. To that end, so we can strengthen our defense against such a move. Let's go ahead and equip a battery there. The troops, I'm overstacked, so I don't have the ability to equip another regiment there. But we can expand the garrison of Portsmouth and maybe move them north as well. So we're going to have about, I don't know, 800, 900 troops at Falmouth. I'm going to move the Portsmouth garrison north to Falmouth. Because that'll be the bottleneck. We'll put a garrison of 400 men at Lyman. We'll put a garrison of 900 men at Falmouth. Hopefully that prevents them moving south. They're going to take Cast Iron, but I've got to try and dissuade them from moving beyond there. Infrastructure in Falmouth is complete. Fort Lovell is captured, and Hubbardton is captured. Okay. This is why I need 2 field armies. I need an east and a western field army. That's why I need to work on that R&D project for army innovation. Maybe I should have left the regulars at Hubbardton. Okay. 1,300 more British troops are on the way to wherever. I guess they're evacuating Lyman. Okay, well. In that case, where are they going to move them to? Fort George? Cast iron was lost. Go reinforce Falmouth. Then we're going to take the troops out of Salem to reinforce Portsmouth, just so they're closer. Boston can support Salem. So shifting some troops. Hope they don't go literally over the top of the mountain. Well, looks like that's what they're doing. Okay. What's this? Okay, so they wiped out the garrison at Cast Iron. Falmouth now has about 1,000 men, though. Provincial Congress has been formed. You guys need to get into the Lyman garrison. All right. Then move back to Hubbardton. Okay, so we're going to move our troops back this way, and then we're going to continue the advance north toward Burlington. Oh my god, my character can fly. Loyalists are asking for my help. I need the money. Rhode Island's loyal. Sorry, boys. Money is starting to become a problem now. All right. So Portsmouth has a garrison of 400. Falmouth 900. Lyman. They're not attacking Lyman, right? That was just some desertion. Yeah. So desertion is starting to become an issue, it seems like. So we may need to... Well, we don't have money. That's part of the problem, is we don't have enough money to pay all our soldiers. We need more money. Okay. So let's go to the marketplace. I'm not using those naval guns, but they're not worth enough to sell. I don't think. Probably don't need 4 and 6 pounders. So let's sell the 6 pounders we have. Sell the fur we have. Apparently we captured a little bit more gunpowder. Okay. I'm not using all my construction material. So we'll sell some of that. And maybe sell 34 of the wood, because we're definitely producing more wood than we need. I have no rum production yet. Cliff didn't stop moving, so one of the things to keep in mind is when units move around outside the field of view of your general officer, there's fog of war. You don't know exactly where they are. They only update periodically, so those are things to consider. All right, so our troops have made it to Hubbardton, but now we actually saw some serious desertion from some of these regular units. We're down by like 500 men, and we only took 100 casualties. I think that's because some of these units didn't get paid in their last payday. What's this? In a secluded and guarded location away from prying eyes, a discreet exchange took place. The ransom in the form of gold and valuable goods was delivered to the Continental forces in return for the safe release of the captured British prisoners of war. Negative 200 prisoners plus 50 brown vessels. That is not worth it. No. Give me gold, sure. But not whatever that was. All right, I think we're just going to move down the 400 men. Hey! We built the granary in Portsmouth, so I get my gold reward. I needed that. All right, so we're up to 7,000 gold. That can go away real quick, but we could also just raise some funds. We don't get a lot from it, though. All right, so Humberton is where on this? So Lyman's garrison, Falmouth's garrisoned. Let's actually go back to the strategic map here for a second. So merchant stalls in Boston, we'll do that. Merchant stalls in New Haven. I'm spending money to build merchant stalls because I need money. And maybe we can solve our economic woes by investing in things that give me money. Where's my money? Where's my money? All right. Fur trader. All right. So that'll be like 400 more cash, I think. What is our current money situation? Army expenses are 3,100. Production is another 500. Mining's about 1,000. Rent is about 500. What's my income? Sea trade's 560. Financing, is that what I get for income, or is that just what we had on hand? All right, in any event, let's scout out Humberton. See what the enemy has up that way. Thank you for the follow, Eco and Arnovich and ACDC. And I think I said light the lamp. Thank you for your sub, but if I didn't. All right, they got 1,200 troops at Fort Frederick. With our reduced force, that may actually be a little bit of a challenge. And 600 at Burlington. So the 600 at Burlington, that should be doable. Alliance. Britain and the British and Cherokee are allied. Great. Does that mean I'm at war with the Cherokee now? Those aren't the Cherokee. Where are the Cherokee anyway? Are they on map? Does it So not something I have to worry about right now if they're in the south. Phew, that's good. All right, our army's coming up. We are into mid-October. Making good progress, I'd say. We are Jin to send a message to the Cherokee. We request from them 2 fur. Huh? We are going to send a message to the Cherokee. Okay. Yeah, give me whatever. You're allied to the British. Just give me goddamn fur. I need the money. It's weird that they're allied, but we're not at war with them yet. But the fur is valuable for selling stuff. Okay. We're not actually producing any gunpowder right now, so we are stockpiling a little bit of saltpeter. Okay. So Quebec and Montreal will give me a bunch of resources. Here we go, boys. Let's go take Burlington. Hold up. Don't go up there all by yourself. I don't really feel like fighting this battle again, so we'll let this one play out. The fuck? Faced with the threat of a continental army invasion from the south, British officials in Canada call for loyalists. 420 in Montreal, 760 in Trois Rivers, 620 in Quebec. Great, so that's another almost 2,000 enemy troops. I guess maybe we should fight this battle, because this doesn't look like it's going my way. I don't think. 2,700? That's it? Fuck it. I don't like that I have to fight all these little battles, but I can't afford to take those kind of casualties. So I guess we'll do another little fight. Another little fight. Take Burlington, and then we'll be prepared for the invasion of France. Is Burlington in France? No, it's New York, right? All right, so we're going to merge companies. These companies are getting attrited pretty good. I went from being pretty damn unworried to being pretty worried, all because we had one turn where we didn't pay the troops, and a quarter of my army deserted. And it didn't even tell me that a quarter of my army deserted. And now I'm feeling weak. And I think we lost like 400 casualties at the start of this battle. Because, of course, we did. Or maybe they just were deserting anyway. I don't know. Seems like someone flipped a switch. All right, so the enemy is up this way. Oh, joy, heavy woods. Just what we always like to see, right? All right, the enemy will probably come to me, so we will do this. I do not like the idea of going at the enemy in woods, so we are going to shift our own troops. To the right flank and let them come to us. I do not want to advance through a whole bunch of woods. Seems unwise. Unless there's a better spot to go to the left, but not really. So we're going to just go in this right flank and hope the enemy comes to us. Which they probably will. Because AI likes to AI. Suppose we were putting our flank in the air. They could come. All right. We'll see if they come at it. They're going to come at us because they are. Or maybe they aren't. They're retreating. Really? They're like, hey, this is a bad idea to fight this battle. Okay. Well, we didn't inflict any casualties on them. That was a dumb little fight. I wish it would tell you if they're going to fight before the battle started, but whatever. I guess if they don't know... Well, no, they'd know the strength of your troops from the campaign map, wouldn't they? Alright, so at least that causes the enemy to retreat, I suppose. I don't get any loot from the battlefield, though. The good thing is I have enough provisions if I want. Like, Burlington is not on a supply route to Ticonderoga, but I have enough provisions with me on that wagon. If I want to push to St. John, I could probably secure St. John and then take Frederick from the rear. Probably. Hey, all our money went away. Because wages and stuff. Alright. So let's do some more selling of stuff, I suppose. Not that I like to sell weapons, because I never have enough of them, but I need the money. I feel like that character in Margin Call, where he's like, hard to believe it after all these years, but I need the money. All right. Okay. Are we using copper for anything? I don't think we're producing anything with copper. No. All right. So we took Burlington, and now I suppose the move is to take Fort Johns and their 1,000 men so that we can turn south and take Frederick. But those battles will be for another video. We've been going for a little bit over 45 minutes here, and this is roughly where we wrapped up the stream, so we will wrap up our episode here. Hope you guys are continuing to enjoy the series. Please leave your thoughts down below, as always. And until next time, this is the Historical Gamer saying, thank you for watching, and I'm out.